Hey there, it's Jerry again. Congratulations on taking your first steps. But before you attend the training, you need to watch this video first. I want to share with you in detail how I was able to raise my credit scores 265 points in less than 90 days. But first, I want you to close your eyes and imagine being in this position. What if banks were begging you to accept their offers for 20, 50, or even $100,000 in line of credit? Imagine what you can do with that money right now. Maybe start a business, or maybe fund a current one, maybe start an online business, or use that money towards a real estate deal. What if you could walk out of a car dealership with any car zero down with interest rates as low as 3.6%? Or what if you never get denied on another credit application? Does that sound too good to be true? I used to think so as well until it happened to me. In the past few years, I've helped thousands of people raise their credit scores while also helping them increase their cash flow. I've also used these same exact strategies that I'm about to share with you to rapidly repair my own credit and remove over 30 negative items off my credit report to start my journey to financial freedom. You may be thinking, well, heck, that might have worked for you, Jerry, but my credit score is beyond repairable. There's no way you can help me. Well, you're wrong. And a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a few people that have actually benefited from these loopholes. Let's take Retta for example. If you see here, her credit score was as low as a 554 and jumped up to a 723 in less than 3 months. You also have Cherokee, for example. She was able to remove just about 93% of the negative items on the first go around. Also, Paul, you can see here, he was able to remove everything in one shot. Now, Michael's case was interesting because he was able to remove every single student loan off his credit report. That's insane. And the crazy thing is, these are some of the few people of the many that have benefited from using these loopholes. Getting denied sucks. I've been in that situation firsthand and I understand how frustrating it can be. Once you begin the process and see some of the negative items start to fall off, not only will it raise your confidence, but you'll know that you can get the rest of the items removed off your credit report. This is why I created this video. I'm here to show you these powerful secrets that'll change your life forever. I can still remember working part-time at the Courtyard Marriott as a front desk agent making $9.50 an hour, dropping out of college and moving back to my parents' house because I didn't have the funds nor the credit to move into my own place. After applying for numerous credit cards, loans, and getting rejected countless times, I sought out a solution that would not only better my credit score, but put me in a dominant position in front of lenders, while also improving my life financially. That's when I discovered these secret loopholes that cleared up all the negative marks on my credit report. But in order for these tactics to work for you, you must understand what makes them work to begin with, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Write this down. I immediately learned two things. One, that I had the right to dispute any information on my credit report, and two, the credit bureaus must remove any information off my credit report that they cannot verify. Section 611.5A of the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, states that if an item of the information is found to be inaccurate, incomplete, or cannot be verified, the consumer reporting agency shall promptly delete that item. If they cannot verify the accounts in 30 days, they have to remove it off your credit report. That means that they have to show me the original documents pertaining to that account. Now, the first month I asked the credit bureaus to verify some questionable accounts on my credit report. And some of the stuff came off, but the rest of the stuff came back verified. At first I was naturally discouraged, but who wouldn't be? They just told me that they verified the rest of my accounts, which means that I would have to wait 7 years for these accounts to fall off my credit report. Or do I? I noticed one major thing. They never sent me any proof to why they verified the accounts. I then grew curious to why they didn't. Month 2, I sent off some more disputes. Some of the stuff came off. The rest of the stuff came back verified again. But guess what? Still no documents. So I spoke to a rep at Equifax and he said something that changed everything. He told me that they electronically corresponded with the collection agencies. That's when I realized the credit bureaus couldn't properly verify my accounts. Not because they didn't want to, but because they don't have access to the original documents to begin with. That's when things got a little more interesting. Month 3, I gave them the business. This time around, They made sure to remove everything off my credit report, and I mean everything. This is how powerful this information is. And now that you know what I did, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Here it is. Step 1, you must get your credit reports. Now, there are 2 routes you can go. The first route, you can get your credit reports for free through annualcreditreport.com. On annualcreditreport.com, you must save your credit reports to your computer, because if you don't, you won't have access to your credit reports for another year. So make sure you download the reports and you save it to your computer. Now, the second route is to sign up with a credit monitoring service that pulls all 3 credit bureaus. The one I recommend is to visit COP, which is Credit On Point, scorecheck.com. So COP scorecheck.com. I personally recommend obtaining both credit reports. The reason being is because you only get one annual credit report. So once stuff start coming off your credit report, you need to be able to monitor your credit report. So that's where the credit monitoring service is going to come. Now, there is a monthly fee that is associated with it, which is normally around $21 or $22 a month. But if $22 a month is going to help me increase my credit score, I'm all for it. Now that you have your credit reports ready, it sets you up for part 2 of the training, which is to dispute the personal information. A lot of people are so-called gurus rarely mention how crucial this process is. Once you pull your credit report, you'll notice a ton of old addresses and name variations. Some of them probably don't belong to you. Some of them probably do, but they're very old and outdated. The trick is to remove them all of them. Why? Because the credit bureaus use this information against you during the dispute process. Once that information is gone, it makes the credit bureau's job much harder and your job a lot more easier. Now it's time for step 3, which is disputing all of the negative items. When you dispute these negative accounts, remember to use the FCRA to your advantage. It is also important to remember to get detailed with your disputes. For example, let's say you're disputing XYZ collection, right? Saying you want to dispute this account because it's not yours or you don't remember this account is simply not going to work. It needs to be more detailed. Using reasons such as please verify and validate all of the data for this account, every notion, dates, and balances, whether reported or not. A reason like this is more likely to get you results than simply saying the accounts aren't yours. These 3 steps alone might get the job done. But if anything comes back verified, then that'll leave you to this final step, which is step 4, to get aggressive. Again, just because an account comes back verified, it doesn't mean that it was properly verified. This is why it's important for you to use the verbiage from the FCRA to your advantage and create demand letters that force the credit bureaus to comply with your request. And remember, you have to stay on top of your disputes. Seriously, this may sound redundant, but whatever you do, stay consistent. If you follow these 4 steps correctly, you'll see results. And you will see results very quickly. Now, with that being said, the credit bureaus aren't complete idiots. They have a plethora of counter tactics for people that simply send out dispute letters in hopes of fixing their credit scores. Always keep this in mind. The credit bureaus benefit off poor credit. That way, they can profit off your information when they sell it to the creditors. That's right, they are making money off of you. Lots of it too. So when you initiate your disputes, you must come correct. But in order for this to work, you have to understand the FCRA and how the credit bureaus operate. Now, you can spend months doing research on the credit bureaus and spend countless hours trying to put together the perfect dispute letters, or even download templates online that have been used by a million different people. But I'm going to save you the hassle. Today, and only today, I'm going to give you the Credit Hack 2.0. With this program, you're going to have access to some of my most powerful dispute letters, and you'll be able to remove just about any derogatory item, whether it's a collection account, a charge-off, medical collection, eviction, repossession, late pays, it doesn't matter. I've witnessed these letters clear up some of the toughest credit reports, and I'm going to show you a secret method to removing any public record, whether it's a bankruptcy judgment, tax lien, it doesn't matter. This 5-step process has been working for me for years, and I've witnessed other people use the same 5-step process to remove any public record. I'm also going to offer you a bonus. If you sign up today, you'll have access to our private Facebook group page. Here, you'll become part of the Credit on Point community where you can ask as many questions as you like and get feedback from myself and others who've had success. And as a second bonus, you'll also get the do-it-yourself inquiry removal where we show you how to remove inquiries off your credit report in as little as 24 hours. Now, normally this program goes for $197, but today you're going to have access to this program for only $17. That's it. So save yourself the time and the hassle. These are years worth of information that I compiled for you and proven tactics that have been tested time after time. And after a one-time investment of $17, you're going to have access to all of it. And if for any reasons you're still having doubts about this program, just check out what Yolanda Adams had to say. Quote, I am excited I started working on my husband's credit report in June when I bought the DIY kit. The scores were a 664, 665, and a 687. Now they are a 658, 746, and a 719. I have one collection account that did not come off. I will be working this month to get that off. This process works, y'all. So excited. Also, check out what Lorna had to say. Awesome, thanks. I have had great success so far just doing what you said about changing the personal information history. Just have done some initial repair online and by phone and have seen my score jump from a 590 to a 686 immediately within minutes. Thanks. And they are just a few of the many people that have benefited from this program. This stuff works, point blank, period. And you can have access to a program that can literally put you in a position to have a 720 plus credit score. And right now, I am giving it to you for little to nothing. But it gets even better. You have zero risk on your end. You either love it or you keep it for free. Basically, if for some odd reason these loopholes don't work for you, I will refund you your money back. No questions asked. I highly doubt it'll get to that point, but I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. So there is no excuses. The price is normally $197, but you can have it today for just a one-time investment of $17. And again, this is just a one-time offer. So get instant access now and save over $180 today. With this once-in-a-lifetime discount and the love it or keep it free guarantee, you simply can't lose. All you have to do is click the button below and get instant access today.